Hey guys, Dotarian here, back with another Ravenswatch video. Today we're going to be playing Sun Wukong. We're going to be trying him out. This is the latest character that was added from the most recent update to Ravenswatch. Now, the game is still in early access, so all of his skills are subject to change, but essentially the current skill set is that he can change between two stances, yin and yang stance. So when he's in yin stance, he can gain lifesteal and he gains a shield. And when he's in yang stance, he deals and takes double damage, as well as giving all heroes around him strength as well. So this makes it so that you have to find this balance between doing a lot of damage and also gaining back health when you take a lot of damage. He has a staff that he uses to attack, and he does a combo with each successive move, increasing the range of his attack. He has a power skill which he rushes toward an enemy, and if there's multiple enemies, he can dash between the enemies. He has his special, which is a mantra. Essentially, he spins these beads around him and they do damage over time for 5 seconds. He has his defensive skill, which will block any attack for 0.5 of a second, so half a second. And if he does block an attack, it resets the block so that he can use it again straight away. And he has two ultimate skills. First is that he summons clones, and then the second is that he can copy and transform into another hero, a random hero. And this makes for a very interesting playstyle, because you also need to know how to play other characters as well. But it also makes it quite fun, because essentially you'll be playing a lot of different types of characters with this particular hero. Alright, so let's go into a run and check out the run. And just before we continue, if you're liking the content that I'm putting out, please drop me a like and subscribe to the channel. I work really hard to put out a lot of Ravenswatch and Spiritfall runs, because I enjoy playing ARPGs and other roguelikes. Alright, let's check out the run. Alright, now let's check out the run. Okay, so we're choosing our first talent here, Thirst of Immortality. And Thirst of Immortality makes it so that every time we obtain a magical object, we gain +2 damage. And then once we have 10 vitality... Okay, so for Immortality makes it so that every time we get a new magical object of rare quality or more, we get +2 damage. And then once we complete the quest of getting 7 rare magical items, it'll grant us 100 vitality. But essentially what that means is that we won't be able to heal from shrines and anything like that. Only our heals from our lifesteal or magical objects are effective. And this makes for a very interesting playstyle where you have to switch between stances, and it kind of forces you to use that stance. Now, the red stance that we're in right now makes us take double damage, so it's really important that we have to either swap stances to gain the lifesteal, or you have to just not take any hits. And that's where the defensive skill really takes precedent. Otherwise, you have to either block or you have to try and dodge skills.
So this is what being mortal feels like. I'm bored.
So you can see here that we take really big hits straight away. So I have to switch stances to heal back all the health the damage that we take. Okay, so we got the big pot of gold. Now we're going to go up and see if we can get a health shrine. Okay, so that's a mistimed block, and that's what you don't want to do, and die very quickly. So again, because Wukong takes double damage, you have to be really careful because any hit that you take will be multiplied. So it's really important to either get a lot of health on this character if you are planning to get hit. Otherwise, just get good. You just have to dodge. You just have to block really, really well. Okay, so we did use the block there to block an attack, but yeah, it does take quite good reaction time in order for you to try and block the attack.
If I still had my powers, I wouldn't notice.
Alright, now we go for a talent, either Fiery Dragon, which adds fire explosion when we go into the Yang stance, which is the red stance. Like that.
Sometimes I'm even surprised.
Okay. So we got the Raven Eye for some extra XP, and now we're going to go down.
Where did the villains go?
Okay, so I mistimed the block there. And that's why I do find this character a little bit hard, because you have to sometimes preempt attacks, or you have to switch between the stances very, very well. Otherwise, you're very susceptible to dying.
Luck is the mother of skill, they say.
Okay, damn, took another hit there. I thought I was out of the dodge range, but it looks like the scythe just nicked me, and that
My powers are
was
waiting for me.
the end of my demise. Alright, so now we're going to go up towards the treasure chests. Okay, another treasure chest. So here we're going to take ogre blood for sure. And the reason why is because ogre blood combos really nicely with our first talent that we got, which is that every time we get vitality, we'll get extra damage as well.
Trust your guts. Your mind will follow.
Now the good thing about Wukong is that he does naturally a lot of damage because he is in his Yang stance, because the Yang stance deals double damage. So that naturally makes him a very powerful character. So if you build a lot of vitality, getting the ogre blood, he's going to deal out a lot of damage. Alright, so here we're going to take Magic Mirror to double our Ogre Blood, and we're going to take Silver Bullets as an upgrade. And then here we're also going to upgrade Thirst for Immortality so that we get extra vitality when we complete the quest. So you can see currently we're on 0 of 7 on the Thirst of Vitality because the items that we have currently, the 2 Ogre Bloods, are not rare quality. We do need to find some rare quality items soon. Now we get some upgrades, so 2 talent upgrades. And then now we're going to go for the event. Actually, so before we go for the event, let's explore it a little bit further, just to get a little bit more power so we can deal with the event effectively. Alright, so we're going to skip the boss upgrade. Now, I specifically normally don't go for these unless I really have nothing else better to do. And the reason why is because this doesn't help my character progress to get stronger. It's because it will just help me for this particular fight. It won't necessarily help me for the next chapters that we're going to have to deal with in terms of bosses. Alright, so full health. Okay, now we'll go for the treasure chest. We have power, upgrade, or dash. And so we'll go for the power. That will give us extra damage. And again, because of our trait quests that we have, essentially we want to try and get more and more legendary items. So because we unlocked the curse key, we also want to get this curse key as well. Alright, so we'll skip the mobs here and then we'll go straight to the end to fight the boss. Missed the dodge there, and then now we are taking a lot of damage, so I'm going to switch back to the healing stance so we can try and heal up a bit of health. Okay, and then now we get a magical object. We got Bloody Mary's mirror, we got Baba Yaga's mortar, which will mean that every time we resurrect we get permanent strength, but we also get permanent vulnerable as well, meaning that we take a little bit more damage. In this situation, I'm going to pick up the mirror, Bloody Mary's mirror, and that will mean that when we get armor, we get increased damage, which means we won't benefit from the armor, but at least now we have two ways of gaining a consumable damage source. So you can see right now we're doing 18% more damage, and now we're going to go for the event as well. It was a bit too early on the defense.
Your illusions hold no power over me.
Go out and get me that straw. I'll be waiting here to supervise the work.
I've got no sympathy for those who worship false gods. Isn't time for lunch yet? It's not a peach, but will do. I sense
Okay, so onto the second straw location. Okay, some more straw, and now we're back to the event. Does look like we missed one straw card there, but that's okay. We got ringing beads. Whilst special is active, attacks ring, dealing 30% attack damage all around, or 1-inch punch. Attack triggered after successful defense launches a powerful punch, dealing 600%. I picked up the ringing beads because I'm pretty bad at using the defense, so we'll just see what the ringing beads is all about.
If I had my powers, Morris, you could not.
Oh no, they're here. We're doomed. Run, hide. Every speak for himself.
They say I'm fast, I say you're slow.
Okay,
Use another fight.
finish the event, and now we're gonna go for ultimate and extra charge, or yeah, we'll go for ultimate extra charge. And we got the ultimate, which is monkey clones, so that will spawn 6 clones to fight and tank damage on my behalf.
Luck is the mother of skill, they say.
Alright, now going down to the south here, we see a Raven's Eye, and that will give us some XP and vision on the map. But we do have 1 minute left, so we'll want to try and clear this out as quick as possible. Okay, there we go. Got the Raven Eye.
When all is calm, the storm still brews.
Okay, so we'll just quickly go back to base and get some upgrades, see if what we can get.
Behold the Monkey King. Come out and meet your demands.
And I'll just get the upgrade for these 2 things, and then we will go into the boss. So this particular boss, they call it the Master Nightmare, has a few recognizable patterns, whereby there's a tentacle phase. Once you destroy all the tentacles, the boss will go into a vulnerable state. And so in the vulnerable state, the boss loses his 2 stacks of armor, which he currently has at the moment. Because currently with the 2 stacks of armor, it makes it very difficult to kill the boss. Okay, so here we're gonna do the monkey clones, try to deal as much damage as possible. Ultimate again, and we will finish off the enemy for sure. Okay, moving on to chapter 2. Alright, so quickly we're going to move down for the... okay, I do see money here, so I'm going to quickly get the money.
Come test your battle.
Okay, so now we're level 6. We have an upgrade that we can go for.
I'm just getting warmed up. Luck is the mother of skill, they say.
Okay, managed to take that guy out. So we're at 4 of 7 with our quest.
Patience is for the unconscious. these foes, but they just soon know me. This is magical. Better in my hands.
Okay, so here we're going to go back to base. And with all the gold that we've earned, we're going to buy some extra items. So we got the upgrade there. Now we do have the one that upgrades armor as well, so I will take that.
To fly again. I miss it. Got the moves. It's nice to see you again, Simon.
Okay, great. So took out the spider. Now we're going to move up
So this is what they
and get the treasure.
I'm bored.
And here we'll take the ultimate cooldown because it is another item that contributes to our quest. And we'll take the money there.
I sense a new sort of evil.
And also we'll unlock the spot for the event as well.
Didn't even break a sweat.
Now here we'll take Mind Fortress. Shield and strength effects triggered upon trait activation last 60% longer. And we've activated the portal for the quest so that we can teleport down there at any point in time, at a later point later, once we've gained more items and things like that. And at this point there's another quest, like a treasure quest, so I'm going to activate my ultimate here and we'll try and take these guys out. Okay. Lost a life there. There's just a lot of enemies there, so a lot of damage that we take, especially when we're in our double damage state. Okay, finally we managed to get that, and then now we're going to get Horn of Plenty, which will increase our vitality. And we're one item away from completing our quest.
There are monsters still about. They are mine. If I had my powers, Horace, you could not hide.
Okay. Level upgrade, and we can take the health as well for more vitality. Yeah, so that part there was another example of why you need to be very careful, because you can take a lot of damage when you're in Yang stance. Taking that double damage is very, very punishing.
That's almost as good as the peaches of immortality.
Okay, so once we got the full heal now we'll go for the next level, and at this point we'll take Airbender. Power deals strikes one more time.
To fly again. I miss it.
So we'll get the power upgrade, and we'll also get Mind Fortress upgrade as well.
I hate the taste.
Okay, it's these guys. These guys are really strong and really annoying to deal with. Okay, I'll just use my ultimate here. Don't think I can deal with these guys easily.
You won't trick me, so.
Ahoy, landlubber! There's a handsome.
Alright, use my ultimate here as well. to deal with the Cyclops, and this will build up stacks of stun very quickly, and so we can all rain in damage. Okay, go for another ultimate here, and we'll go for the stun. Try and stack as much stun as possible. And there we go. Okay, now we're going to get the item from Sinbad. At this point, I think we're going to pick up... So I'm just wondering if the Philosopher's Stone stacks with my trait. If I get 1 vitality, but I don't think it does, so that's why I picked up the heal at the end of day and night cycles instead. I do think that it will probably be more effective than the 1 hit point per heal.
Behold the Monkey King. Come out and meet your demands.
Alright, so now we have Celestial Pillar. I do like this particular perk. Essentially what happens is at the end of an attack cycle, you'll summon like a pillar like that, which will deal damage in an area effect.
Where did the villains go?
Okay, so now that we got the vitality, because we have 2 Ogre Bloods, we essentially have 86% more damage with 200 vitality, which is really strong. And actually, if we had a good choice of items, I think we could get more damage. So if, for example, we had a magic mirror, we would have had another Ogre Blood. That would essentially mean we get extra 24 damage. And also, if we got an Excalibur legendary item, that could also potentially give us like 70 extra damage. So essentially, we'd be doing like 170% extra damage, which... Again, that only happens when things line up in the most ideal scenario. Okay, did that block sequence, which was really cool. Okay, and then finally finished off these guys. There are only like a minute and a half left for the boss, so we're gonna just quickly try and get as many little upgrades as possible. Okay, now we have a lot of gold, so we're gonna spend it on our last shop.
I hate the taste of feathers.
So I'm getting more power upgrades. We'll get extra vitality here. The celestial is lower level, so it is cheaper upgrades. And the fire and
I am the angry river unleashed from its banks. Just seconds to go until things get serious.
okay. I was just seeing if I can maybe make it to a last minute area to see if I can get any upgrades, but I think we'll just get one of these upgrades instead. And 1 second left. Okay, so ultimate here. We're gonna ultimate again, so we got 12 guys just hammering on the boss. Damn it. Okay, I didn't realize in Yang stance, because I'm taking double damage, it's I took too much damage. But that's okay, we will try not to die now. So I'm gonna stay in the yin stance to just try and heal as much health as possible. Okay, nice block sequence there. And finally, we've managed to kill the boss. Okay, so that was my run of Sun Wukong. Now, I definitely do need a little bit more practice in terms of swapping between the stances and using the defensive skill. If you enjoyed that run, drop me a like down below. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, have an awesome day. Bye for now.